Hello, my name is Gabriel and I'm 18 years old. I have attended the Springstone Community High School for 3 years. I have been diagnosed with autism and ADHD. I was born in Santiago, Chile, and lived there from 2006 to 2015. I was 9 years old when my family moved from Santiago to the Bay Area. My parents made the difficult decision to relocate our family from Santiago to find the best school to meet my educational needs in the San Francisco Bay Area. I speak Spanish fluently, and that is the language we speak at home. Moving from Santiago to Berkeley was a culture shock at first. It was hard to leave my cousins and family who supported me. I have some great memories from the time I lived there, and we still travel there once a year around the holidays to visit family. I feel like I am both American and foreigner, and I am grateful to have two countries that mean a lot to me. The first school I went to after we moved was Berkeley Arts Magnet Elementary School. I was there from 3rd to 5th grade. I enjoyed my time there and was supported. After my promotion from elementary school, I went to King Middle School and I saw a lot of kids being bullied, and there were dramatic situations in the school that made me feel unsafe, like being chased around the hallways. It was very overwhelming for me, and the teachers were not very clear with the material being taught to students. It was hard for me to get to know people simply because it was a big school and difficult to navigate. King was not able to support me, and as a part way through my 7th grade year, my parents then sent me to the Mentoring Academy in Rockridge. A Mentoring Academy, the class sizes was one-on-one, and I was there for a year and a half. The classes were somewhat difficult, and eventually when the pandemic started, everything went online and even became harder because you can only see people online and don't have the chance or experience of talking to people in person and building connections. I joined the Springstone Community High School during my 9th grade year, and I was immediately impressed by a lot of things. I remember coming to Springstone and making good friends and connections easily. A few things I like about the Springstone School are the campus and quiet environment. I like how this school is located right along the Las Trampas Creek with our own waterfall. The Springstone School has a lot of nature and is very peaceful. I like how easy it is for me to get around and navigate the Springstone campus. Springstone is also close to public transportation. This year, I learned how to ride my electric scooter from the Springstone campus to Lafayette Bar and back home to Berkeley. I like having this independence and feeling safe throughout the community. I also have gotten to know a lot of people here at Springstone. I like how small of a community Springstone is. It is not so overwhelming for me to build connections with others. Another thing that I like about Springstone is that every single teacher clearly states the material and what is being taught. The way the teachers teach here makes each subject easier for me to understand at what I am learning. I know Springstone teachers care about me, and I appreciate how supportive they are and available to help me with assignments and give me additional support and clarification. I appreciate how kind and caring everyone is at Springstone, the students, teachers, and the administration. Another difference at Springstone than previous schools and how it has impacted me would be that I can focus a lot more, and I also just like how the teachers change classes throughout the day instead of the students moving from classroom to classroom. Transitions between classes have really helped me and made a massive impact to get my body moving throughout each hour and prepare for different classes. Transitions that help me are mostly walking laps, using the visual mazes, the trampoline, and using the balance boards. My favorite access day at Springstone was going to the San Francisco Exploratorium. I like how many interactive and hands-on activities there were. I love exploring the Chinatown, and the many shops that there are with red lanterns hanging over the street are so beautiful. I also loved visiting the Japanese gardens and how many beautiful trees are and the flowers are and different shops and restaurants they offer. Visiting Japantown and Golden Gate Park was also a cool experience. I greatly enjoyed learning about other cultures and experiencing different foods and activities. Camp Arroyo was another access experience that I appreciated. It was a good challenge for me to learn how to be comfortable not knowing how to be at home. Sleeping away from home in a bunk bed and having a different schedule to adjust to was difficult, but I ultimately adjusted to the experience and expectations. I loved making s'mores over the fire pit, trying the ropes course, and hanging out at the pool with my friends. The nature and wildlife at camp was also interesting and beautiful. We would see different animals like quails, deers, and turkeys. I love the access program and being out in the community. These experiences have impacted me in many ways, for example, meeting new people I have never talked to before, and also exploring new locations. Learning how to get around the Bay Area using different kinds of transportation has helped for me to learn and be independent. I really enjoy being out in new settings on access days and having a break from the classroom routine. I feel I learn a lot out in the community, and I've really enjoyed my time both in the classrooms and out in the world. My hopes and dreams for the future are to go to Berkeley City College or the CIP Berkeley program. I would like to go here because it is super convenient for me as it is close to home. I am interested in psychology and studying the way people think and also what makes me tick. I am also interested in learning more about biology and how people are influenced by their genetics. As you may have noticed, I love nature and I love hiking in my free time. I'm interested in living somewhere like Colorado to try a new adventure and explore the mountains. I can see myself working in a small business while I'm in school and learning more about my general interests to find my future career. I'm looking forward to getting my driver's license and graduating in May. I would like to thank my entire family, both locally and in Chile, my friends, Springstone staff for helping me make it through my high school years. I would also like to thank my brother Max. He has always been supportive of me. I also want to thank my wonderful parents for finding Springstone, a school that is able to support me and fit my needs, and for the help to become successful and to get me to my graduation. Thank you for listening to my story.
Hello, my name is Eden Elizabeth Connell. I'm 17 years old. This is my final year at the Springstone School. I've been at Springstone for 7 years since I was in 6th grade. I was diagnosed with autism, anxiety, and ADHD when I was 4. Before Springstone, I attended Leeds Elementary School in San Jose throughout 1st to 5th grade. It was okay, the teachers were nice, but some of the students were a bit wild, as in they would yell and fight with each other, and it was scary. Despite this, I was good friends with a couple of the students. I first heard about Springstone when I was 10, and when my mom and I drove up to the school to check it out. Eventually, in the summer of 2018, I graduated from Leeds. After that, we moved up to San Jose to Danville. That was when I started at Springstone. At first, I did not want to go because I was not ready to go to a new school with people whom I barely knew. But then a week after the year started, I made some really great friends and they made me feel safe. What's different is that most of my classmates and teachers were so nice. My favorite part about Springstone is the waterfall that is right by the campus. I remember being nervous about being in class, so every morning when me and my dad arrived, we would go to that waterfall and he would read me the Thou, which means way, path, and road in Chinese. This would start my day off on a calming foot. I loved my classmates and the smaller class sizes. During my 7th grade year in March 2020, the school temporarily closed down due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and we had to switch to distance learning. And honestly, it wasn't that fun being inside all day, trapped from the world. I had a pretty difficult time focusing on the classes online and doing SL's online platform. It was helpful when Springstone reopened for Access Days in the spring of 2021. In August 2021, the school reopened full-time for my first year of high school, and we were able to see each other in person again. When I came back, I was nervous but excited to see everyone, and I was able to make some new friends. It was still a bumpy road because there were still some activities and events such as Oktoberfest and Camp Arroyo that we couldn't do because we were still in a pandemic. Some of my favorite memories at Springstone include participating in the talent show. Over the years, I have sang Don't Stop Me Now by Queen and danced to Japanese songs for my favorite animated series, Pretty Cure. I love being on stage and joined Angels on Stage since I was 10 years old. I like practicing new skills like singing and dancing and feeling free. I love expressing myself and feeling accepted and seen by the audience. It means a lot to me to have my parents' support during the talent shows. My parents have been the leads for planning and putting on the talent show every year, and it has meant a lot to me to share my love of the stage with my Springstone community. The most memorable thing I learned about myself is that my brain is different from other people. I am autistic, also known as neurospicy. Sometimes when people are too loud, I need to cover my ears because it's just too overwhelming. I also have a strong sense of justice because I feel like if I don't do anything to help people, then I wouldn't be a good friend. I just want everyone to be treated fairly and accepted despite their political beliefs, sexuality, race, and religion, as long as they are not problematic in any way. My favorite Access experience was seeing amazing sea creatures at the aquarium of the bay in San Francisco. I loved doing indoor skydiving at iFly, touring DVC, and using a laundromat for the first time. Being out in the community with Springstone has helped me feel less nervous about being out in public. I am now comfortable taking BART and riding public transportation buses home or anywhere I need to go. I think Camp Arroyo is a wonderful camp for people with disabilities and a really important annual Access experience. The food is amazing, the art here is wonderful. I love the pool despite how cold the water is. It was hard as a 6th grader leaving home to go to an overnight camp for the first time. But as a senior, I looked forward to going to camp. I can chart my growth through experiences at Camp Arroyo. I love having time with my friends to create skits, even though they often give me secondhand embarrassment, and trying the ropes course. It's a special time because you get to know your friends better, and you get to do many new things together and bond in deeper ways. If anyone is worried about going to Camp Arroyo, be scared and do it anyway. You won't regret it, and the growth is worth being scared. The Springstone academic program has helped me. Despite the subjects being hard, I was able to have teachers support me and help me understand the material. My favorite subject in school is art. The transitions that have helped me were the visual mazes, the waterfall walk, and walking laps. The clubs I've been a part of are art club and girls group. In girls group, we did some baking and played some board games. In the art club, we mostly decorated the bulletin board monthly, but we also made pinch pots and some amazing paintings. My favorite events at school were the Oktoberfest, prom, and the talent shows. I like going to prom and school dances because I use it as an opportunity to get some wiggles out of my system. I love being with my friends and dancing the night away. After I graduate from Springstone, I will be attending BBC in Pleasant Hill. My hopes for the future include pursuing my love of art and animation. I am manifesting my own series, potentially featuring a neurodivergent person. I hope to transfer to an art college and continue my education in the arts to create something for the world that I would have loved to see as a child, as representation matters. I hope to have the opportunity to travel to Europe, Asia, and Australia, and to see the world. I would love to thank my parents for finding Springstone and moving from San Jose in order for me to be within this community. My parents are incredible and I am grateful for their love and support every day. I would also like to thank my two younger sisters, Anna and Katie. I would also like to thank the friends that I made here at Springstone for spending time with me during unstructured time. And lastly, I would like to thank the Springstone teachers and administrators for their support. Thank you for listening to my story and be sure to look out for me in the future.
Hello everyone, I am Summer Wong. I am 18 years old. I have attended the Springstone School from the middle of 7th grade through 12th grade. I have learning disabilities and a congenital heart defect. At birth, I was diagnosed with pulmonary atresia with intact ventricular septum and had 3 surgeries as a baby. This diagnosis affects my heart and the activities I can and can't do. I've learned a lot about overcoming obstacles and my physical limitations. I still work hard and try my best every day. In elementary school, I went to a school in Oakland called Bella Vista. It was a big school, but the class sizes were small. The small class size was good because I could get my work done easily and I wasn't overstimulated. Then I went to Urban Montessori Charter School. This school was a bit overwhelming because there were a lot of students and the class sizes were bigger. And I was pulled out of reading and math with my 2 best friends to work with a paraprofessional. In middle school, I had a hard time in 6th grade because students were arguing, roughhousing, fighting, and bickering. It was frustrating and nearly impossible to try to learn in this environment. The other obstacle was how the class had different teachers throughout the year. Whenever we had a new teacher, the teacher would teach differently, and it made it difficult to learn without consistent teaching styles. I joined Springstone in 7th grade, right before the COVID-19 pandemic started. Distance learning taught me that it is hard to do schoolwork, but sometimes you just have to tough it out. I was happy to start my freshman year fully in person at Springstone. During my experience at Springstone, I have learned how to support my needs, to stay focused in class by using oral motors and fidgets. The fidgets help me keep from picking my cuticles and keep my focus. Oral motors help me stay awake and engaged. If I am fidgeting with my hands, I will use therapy. The transition activities help me get ready and focused for the next class. Running a lap helps me get my energy and tension out. Doing cross crawls help me strengthen hand and eye coordination. Walking in the mindful garden is calming and relaxing and one of my favorite things to do on campus. One of the most helpful things I learned while at Springstone is how to handle cash when I'm making purchases out in the community. I also run the snack bar at lunch and I support the coffee cart on Fridays. I love knowing how to be responsible for a cash box and counting the till in and out. This is a life and work skill I know I will put into practice later. My favorite access experiences were going to the Crucible and making my own leather belts. I also enjoyed going to Chinatown on scavenger hunts, exploring the Albany Bulb, and hiking, paddle boating, and playing games on the meadow at the Lafayette Reservoir. I had a great time exploring the Asian Art Museum and going to the Japanese tea garden. Camp Arroyo was also a special access experience, and it was cool spending extended time with my friends and teachers. I liked having different food options at each meal and eating family style with the community. I enjoyed trying the climbing wall, the beautiful hikes, the arts and crafts, movie nights, doing skits, and of course, making s'mores. After classes at school, I always attend clubs. The clubs I have enjoyed at Springstone are Social Justice Club, Glee Club, Build a Business Club, Homework Club, Girls Group, Newspaper/Yearbook Club, and Fun Friday Club. These clubs help me socialize with a lot of my peers, deepen my connections to my community, and were fun and engaging. I appreciate the growth I have had through clubs and knowing that I am accepted and supported just as I am. At Springstone, I discovered that I like studying government, talking about the amendments, elections, and democracy. It influenced me to register to vote for this election and to be sure my voice was heard and ballot counted. It's hard to believe that in May I will be a high school graduate. After I graduate, I look forward to getting my driver's permit to learn how to drive and get a car of my own. I will be attending College of Alameda to earn my general education credits and then plan to transfer to a 4-year college. For my future career, I hope to use the knowledge and lessons I learned facing my personal health challenges to help people who are sick and need support. Thanks to Springstone, I already have my CPR and first aid certification. I love knowing that in an emergency, I can help save a life. I may become a paramedic or work in the medical field as long as I am helping those in crisis. As I feel this is my calling, further down the line, I look forward to moving out on my own one day after I finish college. I can't wait to find love and start a family. I also hope to travel to Japan and Hawaii. I enjoy beaches, Japanese food, and would love to experience these cultures firsthand. Lastly, I would like to express gratitude for those who have supported me along the way. A big thank you to my mom, Dad, Cordy, Catherine Nicomet, Sergi Baccia, Caitlin Turk, Shine Claire for supporting me throughout my life and for helping me get through tough times. I would like to thank my friends Ben and Kiona for being heartwarming, trustworthy, and loving friends. My friends Ashley and Abby have also been wonderful supporters at Springstone. It's also important to thank my Springstone teachers and the administration, Mrs. Rucker and Miss Kidder, for helping me get to where I am today. This Springstone community has been great to me, and I am so grateful for my time here. Thank you, Springstone School. You have helped me grow a lot and prepare me for my future.
My name is Ashley Vos, and I'm 18 years old. I have been at the Springstone School since my 9th grade year and will graduate in May 2025. I have an individual education plan, IEP, and it helps teachers to support me when I need additional help. In fact, I have had an IEP since I was 2 years old. At birth, I was diagnosed with Rucker syndrome, which means I am missing a large set of genes on one of my chromosomes. There are several symptoms of Rucker syndrome, including global development delay, muscle tone, seizures, and several other challenges. Even with these challenges, I'm supported by my family, friends, and my school, so I feel very lucky. I lived on the East Coast in Virginia near Washington, D.C. until we moved to California in 2017. I was actually born in Virginia and lived in the same house until we moved to California. In Virginia, I had great school experiences. I attended St. Mark's and before that, Armstrong Elementary School. Both schools were very supportive. They helped me with my handwriting, reading, and math. My family and I moved from Virginia to California because my family wanted to be living closer to my grandparents who were already living in California. Growing up, I have had several challenges. Communication was definitely hard for me. I have been in speech therapy since the age of 4. I was slow to speak, struggling with pronouncing words, and later I challenges communicating with my friends. I've gotten better, but I still need to work on it. Another obstacle is being able to do assignments independently at school. I have been able to become much more independent at home and at school with the help of my teachers and family. During my 5th grade year, I attended Bella Vista in San Ramon, and then during my 6th grade year, I attended Allenhurst Middle School. My 5th and 6th grade years at these 2 schools were terrible. At both schools, the teachers wouldn't help me when I needed help. I was struggling with all my assignments and was falling behind. My anxiety was very high and I needed a more supportive school. I then attended Core Academy for 7th and 8th grade. I had a hard time adjusting to it, but then I felt more comfortable with the classes and felt like I belonged there. I appreciate Core Academy for giving me the support. I came to Springstone School from my high school and started in my 9th grade year in August 2021. During this time, Springstone was coming back to being in person after the COVID-19 pandemic. I was glad to be in a high school that is helpful towards learning differences and needs, and in many ways was designed for me. What I enjoy most about the Springstone campus is the small classroom sizes and how the teachers move from one classroom to another and students stay in the classroom. We have transitions between class periods, allowing us to get fresh air and move around the campus in order to be ready for the next lesson. I have many favorite memories at the Springstone. My favorite Access Day experience was being able to go to the San Francisco Bay Aquarium and seeing all the animals and their amazing habitats, where they live, what they eat, and learn some cool facts about the aquarium animals. Some of the clubs I have been part of are the Girls Club, where we had fun going to Starbucks, watching movies, crafting, and snacks. I was also part of the Yearbook Club, where I took pictures, planned the yearbook layout, and had a drawing contest for the front of the cover. This year, I was voted by the whole school to be Student Council Vice President, which I absolutely love. I enjoy communicating with students and sharing upcoming events. I have attended the proms each year and love dressing up and dancing with my friends. As a senior this year, I attended the Oktoberfest and supported childcare, which was fantastic. Springstone also provided additional help to me throughout the days with transitions between classes by using OT tools, walking labs, doing trampoline jumps, balance boards, and the yoga therapy ball have all been tools that supported me. These help me to get exercise, reduce stress, and it also keeps me from picking my nails when I was feeling anxious and nervous about getting my work done. The Springstone community has helped me feel included and supportive. I have also learned more on how to advocate for myself and how to be more independent. Access days have helped me to learn how to pay for things on my own, find my way to places on public transport, follow directions, volunteer, and have different experiences through the Bay Area that expose me to new ideas and perspective. My plan after graduation is to go to Diablo Valley College in Pleasant Hill in the fall of 2025 to learn about computer technology and to work in the fields of information technologies. I also want to get a job to learn what it is to have a regular work schedule. I'm really excited to start my next chapter, but I am also going to miss the Springstone School very much. I'd like to thank my teachers and my Springstone friends for supporting me and helping me when I needed it. I never felt alone because someone was always there to lend a hand. Most importantly, I want to thank my parents and sister for supporting me all my life. Things are harder for me, but they always help me to get the support that I need at school, at home, and when we go out. It has been a long journey, but I'm super proud to be here today and preparing to graduate high school. Thank you for listening to my senior story.
Hello, my name is Madalyn. I am 18 years old and I joined the Springstone School halfway through my junior year. My diagnoses are Pacific learning disability and dyslexia. When I was in public school, I had an IEP. My elementary school was overall a great experience until the 3rd grade. The academics were too fast-paced, challenging, and I was unable to keep up. I also got bullied by some of the kids at school. The school hired a person who had no previous experience working with special needs kids, and that year caused me to have a lot of stress, anxiety, and tears as my needs were not being met. As I transitioned to middle school, I was placed in a special day class with an instructor without teaching credentials and no experience teaching special needs kids, which made that environment the worst experience of my academic years. The SDC class was small with 2 aides in the class who yelled a lot and students that had caused a lot of distractions. I was pulled out for certain mainstream classes, and these classes were too big and busy for me to be successful. The teachers were not helpful, and the assignments were way too difficult for me to understand. I was at that middle school for a few months until I moved to another school. I moved to a private school that I attended during my 6th grade year all the way through halfway through my junior year. I was able to gain more success in my education here than I had in public school. I was able to successfully make friends that I have had for many years. I started to understand my disability more in 6th grade, and as the years went by, I had to learn to accept my disability and ask for help if I need it. It was very hard for me to accept this, and I worked with a therapist that helped me cope. Halfway through my junior year, I had a hard time keeping up with work to the point I needed to find a different school that understood my needs. My parents found the Springstone School, and after they took a tour around campus, they came back and told me how much they liked the school. When I came to see Springstone for myself on my shadow day, I ended up really loving it because it is surrounded by nature. I enjoy the teachers at Springstone because of how caring and helpful they are. They really understand my needs and know how to help me so I can be a successful student. At Springstone, the academics are taught at a slower pace that I can manage. There are also more kids at Springstone than at my previous school. At Springstone, I was able to get more help from the teachers that I wasn't able to do in the past. I was able to get one-on-one help with teachers and ask questions if I didn't understand something. Springstone also taught me to advocate for myself so I can speak up when I need support or there is a challenge. Transitions between classes helped me a lot because it allowed me to get out of the classroom and got me ready for the next class and gave me a nice break to walk laps and get fresh air. The most memorable thing that I learned at Springstone was in my financial algebra class, where I learned about taxes, writing paychecks, and having your own bank account and learning how to pay bills. These are skills that I will need for the rest of my life. The clubs at Springstone allow me to be creative and productive. The clubs I joined were Homework Club, where I got help with a lot of homework assignments, Build a Business Club, Art Club, Yearbook/Newspaper Club. I am the editor-in-chief of the newspaper this year, and I enjoyed writing articles about school events for everyone at Springstone. My favorite Access experience was our trip to Great America. I love the roller coasters and hanging out with my friends. Some other Access days I enjoyed were the Giants game, the Crucible, the SF Music Hall of Fame, riding cable cars, and our trips around San Francisco. Things I learned when we were out in the community were independent skills such as going out on my own, taking public transportation, being aware of my surroundings, and learning how to navigate the Bay Area safely and reading maps. I had so many great Access experiences that have helped me grow as a person and be more confident in myself. After I graduate high school, I plan to move to San Francisco and live in an apartment with friends. I will be attending San Francisco City College to get my general education credits. Once I'm ready to transfer, I plan to attend St. Mary's College to earn my degree in marketing. My hopes and dreams for the future are getting a well-paid job, living on my own, traveling all around the world, getting married, and starting a family. I would like to thank my parents and my brother for always being there for me and helping me throughout my life and always fighting for my education. I love them dearly. I know my parents will be the biggest support of my life. I would also like to thank my friends who have been there for me during hard times and memorable times throughout my life and always supporting me. I would also like to thank the Springstone teachers and the whole Springstone community for helping me throughout my educational journey. Thank you, Springstone, for a great high school experience. I am so excited for what's next.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Brewster. I'm 18 years old and I've been at Springstone for 6 years. Starting my 7th grade year, I have been diagnosed with autism and ADHD. I have an individual education plan, IEP. Before I joined Springstone, my school experiences were difficult. I attended Madalyn Elementary and was placed into an anger management class, which I called the MAD class, because it felt like everyone in that classroom was always angry. I was met with severe challenges getting through the class, such as having a low reading level, fears of being physically hurt by my peers, and an overwhelming and loud and aggressive environment. After 2 years of being in that class, I then moved to a class where it was calmer and less stressful, but still a very big class that was loud and difficult for me to have my educational needs met. After finishing out my 5th grade year at Madalyn, I moved to Lincoln Middle School where I met one of my close friends, Summer. I then transitioned to Lincoln. The transition to Lincoln was stressful and hard. In my 6th grade year at Lincoln, I was in the special education class most of the time, but I took general education classes. This was stressful with the little accommodations and support provided to me. During my 6th grade year, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Hemochromia purpura, HSP, an inflammation of the small blood vessels of the skin, joints, bowels, and kidneys. This diagnosis uprooted my life and held me back from being able to enjoy PE, outdoor activities, and made me self-conscious about my body. I was enrolled with Springstone in September of my 7th grade year, and this is when my life changed for the better. Springstone has a wonderful campus that is surrounded by nature and a quiet environment. Springstone welcomed me with open arms, and the supportive community here was unlike my previous school. At Springstone, I was thrilled to be a part of the drama class, where we performed a play for the whole school, and this is my first taste of performing in front of an audience. I love performing and connecting with people, and I still do to this day. As you know, in March of 2020, the world shut down due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which unfortunately meant Springstone transferred to online learning, which was really difficult for me. During distance learning, I had a hard time sitting in front of the camera, being distracted from online games, and having a hard time doing my work independently. During the lockdown, I was having a rough time with my mental health, as so many did. One of my favorite memories from that time is when Miss Kidder came to my house a couple of times and we had a picnic, which really boosted my mood and hope. Even though distance learning was difficult, I made it through middle school and was thrilled to start high school back on campus full time. During the high school summer program, I met someone who would become one of my best friends, Kiona, who graduated last year from Springstone. We still talk daily and hang out. We fully came back to school in my 9th grade year. We wore masks, had filters on, and tested regularly, but we were together in person, and that helped me make connections and transition into high school successfully. A component of the Springstone program I appreciate is how occupational therapy is embedded into our classroom and program. When I am feeling stressed, I can go over and pick up an OT tool to help me reset. My favorite OT tools in the classroom are the therapy ball, the click and snap, and the little keyboard. I'm so glad I have these accessible to me in the classroom at all times. I also really like the oral motors because if I need something besides the OT tool, I can use an oral motor to help myself focus and be ready for the lesson. During my years at Springstone, I have loved our Access program. Being able to go out into the community to volunteer, learn how to navigate the Bay Area utilizing public transportation, and practicing social skills in public to keep ourselves safe and aware of our surroundings. My favorite Access experience has been attending Camp Arroyo and a day at Six Flags Great America. Camp Arroyo was an amazing experience. I've gone for 3 years and I've loved roasting marshmallows for s'mores, being away from home for multiple nights, swimming, hanging out with friends, and playing basketball. During our trip to Great America, I was able to get huge adrenaline rushes on the more intense rides. We also rode on the wooden coaster, the Grizzly, which was also really fun. I was super glad I was able to experience that Access Day and all of the different activities through Access over the years. Access isn't just about fun trips and camping, but it's also about learning life skills, how to take care of yourself and our body, job skills, and volunteering throughout the community. I have learned so much about myself through my Springstone journey. I have learned how I learn best, what triggers me, how intense my emotions can be, and how to support myself through challenges, and so much more. I am so grateful to the clubs that I have been active in, such as Social Justice Club, GSA, Student Council, Homework Club, and many more. I participated in a lot of events for schools such as emceeing the talent show for 3 years, attending prom, the class elections, and many more. I love going to the Springstone proms because it brings the whole high school together to dress up and have fun. I ran for student council president this year and I won. I was so thrilled because I campaigned and worked hard to be a leader at school. I was honored to be voted student council president by my peers. I appreciate how even though Springstone is a small school, we still have a lot of the same milestones and activities that typical high school students experience. It's an inclusive school where we all are neurodiverse and accepting of all. I have very high hopes for my future. I'm currently enrolled into an EMT program to help earn my National Registry of Emergency Medical Technicians and our EMT license. After I complete that, I hope to get a job with FALC, which is an ambulance service. Then I hope to start at College of Alameda and also take classes at Merritt College. Then I hope to transfer to UC Berkeley to earn my bachelor's in human biology and then potentially my master's in developmental biology. After I get my degrees, I hope to go into nursing school to become a registered nurse, RN, and I hope to reside at Stanford Medical Hospital or Kaiser Medical Hospital. I love helping people and being able to support their healing journey. I'm looking forward to making a positive impact in the world. Lastly, it's important that I take a moment to thank everyone who has helped me along the way. First, I want to thank my mom for being my consistent support and being the person who I love the most in the world. She also found Springstone for me and has fought to keep me here. I also want to thank Kiona, Summer, and Julie Mayorga for being my best friends, being there with me through my hard times and supporting me. I also want to thank my dad and stepmom, Sarah, for listening to me when I need to vent and supporting me. I also would like to thank Miss Kidder and Mrs. Rucker for being an ally and a big support to me. Thank you to all the teachers who have been here over the years working with me. I am so grateful that I got to meet you all, and my last thank you goes to the entire Springstone community for always being there and showing up. I'm so grateful for my time and experience at Springstone. I wouldn't be ready to take on the world without my time here. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. We are the senior class of 2025.
Hey, what makes our school so unique in comparison to others?
Is it our Access program?
Yes, sir!
Oh, I love Access.
Hold up, some people may not know what Access is.
Yeah, that's right. Let's tell our viewers what the acronym stands for.
A is for acquiring skills for success.
C is for creating community connection.
C is for collaboration with others.
E is for exposure, experience, and exploration.
S is for social skills development.
S is for strategizing for living.
That is certainly a lot for one word. Summer, can you briefly tell everyone what Access is?
Sure can, Eden. Our Access program allows all Springstone students to be engaged in experiential activities and lessons both on campus and off campus that involve academic and social-emotional learning. Our Access program helps Springstone students build self-confidence and prepares us for the real-world challenges we would face after high school.
It is indeed quite a special program. We are all lucky to have gone through. What are some things you all love about Access?
What I love about Access is being able to have fun days, but also being educational too. One of the Access days we have been on has been going to the Crucible. We usually take BART, which gives us awareness and learning on how to take public transportation. While on our way to the Crucible, we have made leather belts and done glass fusing projects.
What I love about Access is that it gives me the opportunity to practice using different types of public transportation to get to all different locations around the Bay Area, using BART trains, buses, and more.
Access helps me to learn how to advocate for myself whenever I need support, and it allows me to practice completing tasks independently with confidence and minimal staff support.
What I love about Access is learning about the different communities and cultures. Going through the Access program for 6 years has opened my eyes to discover many unique lifestyles and perspectives other people and cultures have that are different from mine.
In Access, I love the amount of places we have been to in the community and exploring new locations.
Access allows me to become more independent by practicing money management skills, learning vocational and employment skills, and participating in various activities that would stretch out of our comfort zone.
Now that our viewers know what the Access program is about, why don't we tell them what we have been planning? Our dream access days. Who wants to start first?
I can go first. Hello everyone, and I am happy to present to you my Access Day. I am excited to take the whole high school on a trip over to San Francisco and visit the Dandelion Chocolate Factory.
Summer, what is the Dandelion Chocolate Factory about?
Well, that's a great question. Dandelion Chocolate is a bean-to-bar chocolate maker in San Francisco's Mission District. They've been making a single origin dark chocolate for over 10 years, right here in San Francisco. Dandelion is also famous for only using 2 ingredients in all of their chocolates, cocoa beans and organic sugar. So cool!
Summer, can you tell us a bit more about your Access Day?
At Dandelion Chocolate, we will be going on a guide tour where we will get to see, taste, and learn all about how Dandelion makes their chocolates.
Summer, where are we going to eat lunch?
After our time at Dandelion, we will go to Japantown for lunch and explore Japanese culture. We will be taking a muni bus to Japantown. Students will be able to pick where they want to eat for lunch. There are restaurants that have foods such as ramen, sushi, curry, and more. There are so many options. After lunch, students will be able to walk around Japantown together and enjoy the sights and shops that reflect Japanese culture.
Why is this Access Day so special to you, Summer?
This Access Day would be very special to me because I am a chocolate fan myself. And it would be cool to be able to see how chocolate are made in the San Francisco Bay Area. I am also a huge fan of Japanese culture and one day want to live in Japan. This day is a combination of a lot of my favorite things, and it would be a great adventure for me if I would be able to take the whole high school to experience this.
Sounds great. How are we going to get there and back?
For transportation for my Access Day, we will start by meeting at the Lafayette BART, take the Yellow Line train into San Francisco. We will get off at 16th Street Mission, BART station, and walk for about 9 minutes to the Dandelion Chocolate Factory. We will take 1.5 hour tour at the factory. After our visit and tour of the Dandelion Chocolate Factory, we will take the 22 bus starting at 16th Street and Bryan Street to Japantown, which should take us 30 minutes to travel. Everyone can have an hour at Japantown to eat, browse, and shop. Then from Japantown, we will take the 22 bus to the 16th Street Mission. We will get on the Yellow Line train towards Antioch back to Lafayette BART station and arrive back on campus.
What is the cost for this Access Day, Summer?
In total, the whole day would cost $1,072.40. Please donate to my Access Day. Thank you.
Sounds great, Summer.
Thank you. So Ashley, what is your dream Access Day?
For my dream Access Day, we will be going to a horse ranch called the All Seasons Horse Riding in Almo, where we will be going riding. I am inviting the seniors and the juniors to attend my dream Access Day to channel everyone's inner cowboy.
Oh my goodness, it's been a long time since I've ridden on a horse.
Well, it's time to get back on the saddle, everyone. The reason why I'd like to do this is because horses are my favorite animal, and they are very friendly and put a huge smile on my face. I have been horseback riding since 2019. It has been 6 years since I first started, and I have loved doing it when I don't have any homework to do. I used to go horseback riding a place called Sunrise where I got to ride therapy horses, trained for people who have special needs and have different disabilities. It means a lot to me to have the privilege to be able to ride a horse with the help of the team and instructors who took their time out of their day to help me with my lesson.
That's cool, Ashley. I'm a little nervous. I have never gone horseback riding before. Is it safe?
Horseback riding is a very safe activity, but all riders will still need to sign a waiver before they get on the horse. This is to ensure that everyone will be safe when riding the horse and take this activity and everyone's safety seriously.
Sounds like a very active and fun day. How would we get there and back?
We would start our day at the Lafayette BART station, and we'll hop on the Yellow Line Antioch train to Walnut Creek Station. We would take the 21 bus to Almo. We would walk to a coffee shop for a quick snack. After that, we would walk to the All Seasons Horseback Riding Ranch. We would take 2 hours learning how to groom the horse, saddle up the horse, and ride on the horse. We would take the 21 bus to downtown Walnut Creek for lunch. We would have 1 hour to eat lunch and 1 hour to browse around the shops. At 2 p.m. we would walk back to the Walnut Creek boat station. We would take the yellow line to SFO International Airport and would get off at the Lafayette boat station to end the day.
Wow, 3 methods of transportation in one day, BART, bus, and horses. How much would this all cost for the day?
The round trip cost for boat would be $67.20. The round trip cost for the 21 bus is $70. The cost of the horseback riding activity is $1,375. The grand total for my Dream Access Day is $1,512.20. Please donate to my Dream Access Day. We can make a memorable time for students to be able to enjoy riding on a horse. Thank you. Well, that's my awesome day riding horse. What is your Dream Access Day, Gabriel?
We are going to do something cool in the city. I am happy to tell you all about it. My Dream Access Day at Subpar Miniature Golf is in San Francisco. I am planning on taking the entire high school population, grades 9 through 12, and all of the teachers.
I can't wait to play mini golf. Why do you want to go mini golf for your Dream Access Day?
I chose this Dream Access Day because golfing is a sport that I am into and I haven't played in such a long time. Subpar Miniature Golf has been open since October 22nd, 2019, and I've discovered it by walking around San Francisco, and it just caught my eye and it looked like an interesting place to try out for the first time. I believe that it would be a great opportunity for students to try out. If you've never played it, it doesn't require any skill, and it is essentially a free-for-all to all players.
Great, another day in San Francisco. Wow, how will we get there, Gabriel?
We will start by meeting up at the Lafayette BART station at 8:30 a.m. We will hop on the yellow line to San Francisco Airport and get off at the Civic Center BART station. Once we get off at the Civic Center BART station, we will take the 19 bus towards Fort Mason and get off at Beach and Polk Street bus station and walk for about 2 to 5 minutes to arrive at the location. This place is located close to Ghirardelli Square, where students can use the late morning to browse around before mini golfing. At 11 a.m., we will start playing mini golf and it should last 1 to 2 hours. Some of the indoor miniature golf holes in this location have the Golden Gate Bridge, small country homes within the city of San Francisco, and a lot more. This location has a lot to offer as well as great food, as well as iconic sights to see in the distance. Later that day, after mini golfing, we will head down to Pier 39 for lunch. After lunch, we will walk along the Embarcadero and head towards the Embarcadero BART station. We will travel back to Lafayette using the Yellow Line train to Antioch or Pittsburgh Bay Point. We will then get off at the Lafayette BART station. It would be a great day to spend in San Francisco.
Mini golf sounds awesome. How much will this mini golf trip cost?
The round trip cost for the BART train for everyone will be $254.80. For each person playing mini golf, the general admission price for playing would cost $18. The cost of all players would be $420. The whole day price would cost $929.60. Please contribute to my Dream Access Day to bring all the Springstone Community High School students to San Francisco to play the indoor miniature golf. Thank you for the support and consideration. All the donations given will make this day possible. Thank you.
A day swinging the clubs? Sounds fun.
I sure hope so. Hey Eden, I'm so curious to know what your Dream Access Day is.
Well, mini golfing does sound amazing, but I feel that art is even better. How about we visit the Walt Disney Family Museum? For my Dream Access Day, I want to take the whole high school to the Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, you heard me.
Wait, but why did you pick this place?
I picked this place because I love art and animation and have been longing to make a series of my own.
Yeah, you are a great artist. What is the schedule for today?
I'm glad you asked, my friend. The plan is to meet up at Lafayette BART at around 8:30 a.m. After everyone arrives, we'll get on the Yellow Line train to Embarcadero. From there, we'll walk 4 minutes to the bus stop and take a 23-minute bus ride on the Presidio Go Shuttle. By the time we get off at the Presidio Transit Center, we'll walk 4 minutes to the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Oh, what can we do there?
There are many fun things to do there, such as taking classes led by animators and learning how to design characters and color theory. Anyway, after we've done the cool activities and toured the museum, we'll go out for lunch. After which we'll head for a 17-minute bus ride to take to the Palace of Fine Arts to enjoy the beautiful grounds and maybe have some photo ops. At around 2:45 p.m., we'll head back to the Embarcadero BART station.
Sounds wonderful. How much will this magical day of Disney cost?
The cost of transportation to the museum and back is $338.80. The total cost is $2,195.20. Please consider donating to my Dream Access Day to show the whole high school the one thing I love most, art and animation. Thanks for the support and consideration, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Wow, I hope we get that day funded.
Yeah, me too. Oh wait, we cannot forget about Ben. What is your Dream Access Day?
I have a very exciting Dream Access Day. I want to take the seniors and juniors to go sailing on the SF Bay with Sail SF that is out of Pier 39.
Yay, the juniors are invited to go sailing on the SF Bay with the seniors.
Yes! I hope you're excited as I am.
Yes, I am, Ben. Can you tell us more about your Dream Access Day?
Heck yeah! This trip is really special to me.
Why is it special to you, Ben?
It's special to me because I love sailing. I've been a sailor for a few years now, and I've loved every minute of it. I currently work at a community sailing center in Alameda, where I teach children between the ages of 7 to 12 years old. I also race as a crew on my boss's boat, Lelo 2, where we have won a few races on the bay. Sail SF is located on Pier 39 in San Francisco. They opened in 2014 and they have a fleet of 14 boats. We would start our day at Lafayette Bar at 8:30 a.m. So once students start arriving, we'd fill Clipper cards with $23.20. Then we would get on the BART train at 9 a.m. Don't be late! We would stay on BART until Montgomery Street, where we would get off and head up to Kearney and Gary Street. At Kearney and Gary Street, we would find the 8BX, which would take us up to Fisherman's Wharf, and that's where we get off. Once at the Fisherman's Wharf, we would go to Dock F, near the back of the wharf, and find the boat we would be sailing on. The sailboat ride would take us around Alcatraz, and then we would sail near the Golden Gate Bridge, where we would take in the sights of the magnificent bridge.
So, we get on the sailboat and just sit there?
Well, you won't just sit there. While we are on the water, I want people to learn about what sailing is. So I'm adding a physical element such as learning tacking. Tacking is the maneuvering of the bow of the boat through the wind. There are a lot of other fun things I hope to share with the students, such as sailor language, tying knots, and of course seeing marine life. There are whales, seals, schools of fish, and lots to be captivated by on the open water.
Sounds peaceful. Hopefully no one goes overboard. How much will the sailing day cost?
As long as no one walks the plank. The total of the sailboat ride would cost around $1,877.26. To wrap up the plans for the day, after we dock at the pier, we would then have lunch at the wharf and eat there until 1:15 p.m. and head over to Garibaldi Square. We would take in some of the sights and treat everyone with chocolate for being a good sailor. I'm adding an extra $100 to get everyone chocolate.
Whoa, ahoy there, Ben. I can't wait for your dream day.
This sounds like such a fun day, but I'll be tired. How will we get back?
That's a great question. Well, after you've had your chocolate, we'll leave around 2:25 p.m. to catch the PH, which is one of the SF trolleys. We would stay on that until the end of Powell Street. Then we would get on the Powell Street BART. Once there, we would catch the yellow line back towards Lafayette, where we would officially end our day at 4 p.m. at Lafayette BART. The total of the whole event would cost around $2,325.26. Thank you for listening to my Dream Access Day, and I hope it gets funded because I love sailing, and I want to share this experience with my peers. Again, thank you for your consideration.
I'm looking forward to cruising along the bay, but is that everyone's day then?
Hello? But wait, there's more!
Best for last, my Dream Access Day is taking the senior class to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk.
Boardwalk, tell us more!
How long has the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk been around for?
The Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk has been around a long time, since 1907, and the Giant Dipper has been around since they opened.
Wow, 1907? Oh my god. What are some of the rides and games that are at the boardwalk?
There are a lot of rides, such as the double shot, fireball, and so much more. For games, there is mini golf, 3-shot throw, knockdown, and other fun games around the boardwalk.
Sounds fun! Where will we meet in the morning?
Good question. We will all meet at school at 8 a.m. and drive all together in a 15-passenger van. It will take us 1 hour and 30 minutes to get there and back. We will be there around 10 a.m.
Nice. What are the plans for the day?
Once we get to Santa Cruz, we will get our tickets and start our day. We will go on rides, play games, hit the beach, and get food whenever we want. After we have a fun day at the boardwalk, we'll drive 5 minutes to Hula's Island Grill and have dinner. After we finish having dinner around 7:30, we'll drive back to school by 9 p.m.
Awesome, I can't wait, but how much will everything cost?
For transportation vehicle rental, it will cost $209.99. For tickets for the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, it will cost us $424.80. In total, my Dream Access Day will cost $629.79.
That's a steal for a fun day in the sun.
Yes, it is. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for donating to my Dream Access Day. It means the world to us seniors to have these opportunities, and we hope our Dream Access Days get funded.
Our Dream Access Days are made possible by viewers like you. Thank you!
Hello, Springstone community. I'm Mrs. Rucker, principal of the Springstone School. Thank you for tuning into our presentation. I hope you enjoyed learning about our wonderful class of 2025 and their educational journeys as well as their Dream Access Days. I'm here to share a bit about what we are fundraising for this year. In addition to funding the Dream Access Days for our seniors and school community, we also have fund and needs on our Clickbid mobile auction website to support acquiring 60 new Chromebooks for our classrooms, a mobile Promethean smartboard to take our teaching out of the classroom, and to further progress our programming that the community is calling for, like coding and robotics. The best way to support Springstone is to contribute to our fund and needs, and to bid on items through Clickbid, our auction website, which is open from March 12th to March 28th. Invite your friends, family, and colleagues near and far to participate in our online auction. If you are interested in joining our Senior Star Service Dinner and Fundraising Gala, we have tickets available for this evening of service, celebration, and gratitude. At the gala, you'll be seeing the learned life skills in action as our seniors strive to present the best 4-course dinner prepared by award-winning Italian restaurant, Belodi. Visit our gala page on our website for more information and to get your seat at the table. Springstone is an inclusive special education school designed for the neurodiverse and largely autistic community. Our teachers are highly trained education specialists who work diligently to provide lessons to meet the needs of each individual student. It is an honor to work with our students and to support them as they achieve their educational goals and prepare for adulthood. We are a nonprofit and we rely on the support of donations and our strong parent community. Please help us uplift our community in uncertain times. We greatly appreciate your support. Now I'll send it back to the seniors with more information on our auction. Thank you.
Join our auction on Clickbid!
Text Springstone to 855-800-4975. That's 855-800-4975 to receive the sign-up linked directly to your phone.
You can also scan this QR code and be taken directly to the site to start bidding.
Place bids in seconds through Clickbid. Once you log in and find an item you wish to bid on, simply click bid/info. You can also search for items by category or keyword. From there, you can set up fast bid, max bid, or buy now if you want. Get on Clickbid and start bidding now!
What if I'm outbid?
We keep track of your bids for you, and once you have been outbid, we will immediately send you a text message letting you know. You can easily jump back into your account and make sure you don't miss out.
What is max bidding? Does it
allows you to set the highest amount you are willing to pay for the item and let the software bid for you, up until the max amount.
How do you set a max bid? Log into your organization's event page to start bidding. Once you find an item you want to place a bid on, click bid/info. This will allow you to place a fast bid or max bid.
While you are on Clickbid, visit our Fund a Needs. Many of these are our Dream Access Days.
Make our Dream Access Days come true! Donate now!
Please invite your friends and family to our auction. Every donation goes towards upgrading our classroom technology and access program. Our goal is $50,000.
Tell your friends and family! Thank you for donating and contributing to support the Springstone School! Text Springstone to 855-800-4975. Start bidding today. Bid, bid,